Our next speaker is actually in the trenches, being a musician, teaching other people how to play music, and again, walking the talk. I'd like to introduce Carl Mouton.
Education is always reinvented. I think the big thing now is called tests, right? And they're saying, you know what? We need to learn how to teach kids using this thing called project-based learning. And I said, oh, really? Project-based learning. I say, how do I do that in music? Oh, let's see. Oh, maybe I'll get my kids up at 6:30 in the morning. We'll get on a marching field, and then I'll assign my students as section leaders. And they learn how to march in step, and they're teaching themselves. So if you see my rehearsals, you see kids teaching kids. Well, you're going to have to incorporate all of the core stuff in your band teaching. Oh, really? Okay, let's see. So my band class has to be a language class. Okay, so let's have a rehearsal where the only thing I say is Italian. Presto, allegando, poco a poco accelerando. And then they interpret that as being loud, soft, crescendo, decrescendo. All right, so I got that covered. We're English class now. And they say, well, you have to teach geography. You have to teach this stuff. Oh, okay. Well, let's pull out African Patapan from French Guiana. And then they say, okay, and then we want to see the values of it. Well, I can tell them your valedictorian or salutatorian has been a band student for the past 10 years. So, yeah, it does help. This kid is making a decision between going to Berkeley or going to Harvard or going to West Point. He recites pi for fun. Chance favors the prepared mind. Who said that? Anybody know that quote, chance favors the prepared mind? Louis Pasteur. When I got up to speak, what was the first thing I did? The first thing you do is look at the direction you're going to move your feet so you don't fall. Right? I looked, got up, coast is clear, his feet's not in the way, and then I move. Always look when you're reading music or teaching music. You look at it first. I tell my kids, I use metaphors. I say, listen, when you're reading music, you're that scanner. I say, that's everything. Scan everything about your life. Musicians, Todd, you can attest to this, you have to be able to read a room, and you have to be able to look and get a sense of what's going on. So one of my other sayings is, develop a sense of awareness. I play in a band on Tuesday nights, jam band, and I never, ever, ever have a set list because I look at people. You have to read the room. I read the room last night, and what I saw was people enwrapped with what they were hearing. You were children. He had you in the palm of his hands because he knows you and he reaches you, doesn't he? Down here. And that never changes. And you have to do that for a child. I tell them, I say, okay, here we go. You got to listen to me. If you listen to me, I'll show you how to do things. They say, oh, and they're already playing. I say, no, wait for me. No, they're already playing. Okay. And so I'm going to do to you what I tell them. I say, okay, now, quiet like this. I want everybody in the room within 10 seconds to clap at the same time. There was somebody that started it, right? Now clap. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. All right, some of you still wait for the downbeat. It's called the ictus. Greek ictus. 1, 2, ready, and. All right, do it again. Now follow me. No! But you see, it's fun, isn't it? And doing that, that's the way a class should be. And then you keep them. I start my kids 6th grade, and I see them move off at 12th grade. So I'm with them. How many teachers do you have for 7 years? You ever had a teacher? Do you have your English teacher for 7 years? No, you have your band teacher for 7 years. 7 years you have him. They say there's nothing that you can do in education that encompasses everything in your brain when you're marching on the marching field. It's every part of everything that you use. It's physical, isn't it? Some of these shows are 10, 15 minutes long. It's musical. It's the end all be all, as far as I'm concerned. It is everything. And is it valuable? Oh, yeah, it is. I've heard Hello, It's Me from way back in the 70s. It's important to me. Y'all have heard the Isley Brothers version. They covered your music. You might want to talk to them. And you know you're free. I mean, that was a verse. And it's like some things are timeless. I say, you know what? 750 years from now, I could do this to a crowd. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, go.
Thank you very much.